Hello, I am Antoine from Ticos Minis, and this is a new episode of Ticos Weeklies. So what happened at the studio during the week? Well, just as last week, World of Titan, 40k Space Wars. Oh, difference, Sisters of Battle, yes. Orcs of Mordor, Ferrus Manus, Sanguinius, and well, that's quite a lot already. So let's go check this out. So here, when there is not much different thing like last time this week, since most of the time spent printing has been on the body. So the two big reactors are completed and I started to put them together. Alongside that, I've got the upper carapace of the thing here. So there is just this I need to glue down, but I need to find my big clamps to hold it together while the glue dries. But yeah, that's pretty big. With this, I've got the armature for the armor plates of the shoulders that are completed, and I need to scrap a bit to adapt them and be able to glue them in place. Knowing that means the entire structure of the Titan is completed, and I started to... where is it? I put it in a box right here. Yeah, so as I was saying, knowing that the entire structure of the Titan is completed, and so I moved on to the armor plates, starting with the lower legs. So once I've got all these plates, I will be able to, well, glue the legs together and have a nice, tall, big thing to look at, and it will be nice. Other than that, here that you will see close up a bit later, I've printed two companies of spearmen orcs for the Mordor army, and in addition to printing them, I painted them, so you will see that a bit closer later. And lastly, oopsies. Considering we are almost in February, well, next month, I printed the next Primarch. So this January, the Primarch of the month was Sanguinius, that will be updated. And next month, therefore, will be Ferrus Manus. So here is the guy. We have only his bust on the base, but all of these little mechanical attachments are still in the printer, needing to be cleaned and dry, except for those two. But yeah, Ferrus Manus is in the box. So now on to the painting side of things, starting with, as I said, I printed these two companies of spearmen orcs, and just after that I painted them. So we have 4 new companies that are painted and ready to join the entire orc army, and there are a few more right here that will need to be joined later by, well, more little friends, let's say. So, after the orcs, we've got Dave Mustaine of Megadeth. So, yeah, Sanguinius is, well, I'd like to say almost done, and I've got a few details to do that I will do later, but 90% of the time when I say that, I never come back to it. So for now, let's just say that Sanguinius is completed and ready to join his brothers. So that is that. Sanguinius is done. And after that, the Space Wolves commission here has also been completed, and took far longer than I initially expected. But on the other hand, it's probably the best batch of Space Wolves I've done for this army, considering this is the third time I've got new models for, well, to reinforce the initial armies. So yeah, pretty nice, I do believe. I hope you do too. So here we have some eradicators, I think, some intercessors. Here I've got apothecary with his glowing box of gene seeds. We've also got an archivist right there, with a bit of magic in his hand and in his eyes. So yeah, we've got an archivist and a captain. Right there, a little captain. Alongside this, we've got here the dreadnought, to which I added a little shield here to make him more Space Wolves-y and more interesting. And here we've got a repulsor, I think is the name of this thing. Big fat flying land raider with a second cannon if we get bored of the glowy plasma. And lastly, we've got 3 of these sniper dudes. I don't really remember the name, but I believe they are infiltrators. So that is that for painting with it, Sanguinius, this. And lastly, right there, I prepped the next part of this commission, which won't be Space Wolves, but Sisters of Battle, with the Triumph of Saint Catherine, I believe. So this has been entirely built yesterday, and is now ready to be primed and painted, alongside a few other models I've got in a box that came already prepped and ready to roll, really. Alright, this is it for this week, so not too bad, not as fruitful as I expected, considering I spent far too much time on the Space Wolves. But on the other hand, it means that they are probably the best looking batch I have done for this army that started in, well, about 3 or 4 years ago, I think. And it's already the 3rd time I get reinforcements for it. So, this is what happened. The Warlord Titan is still in progress. The Mordor army, that is right there, has 4 new companies to join. Sisters of Battles have been built. Sanguinius is painted. Ferrus Manus is printed and ready to be painted and then join his brothers over there. And well, that's it really. So have a good weekend and see you next Sunday. Goodbye.